Hello everybody, Saturday night, heading for a wild camp, heading for the North Downs Way. Hopefully the rain has stopped and I can just now enjoy it. Good evening wild campers. I'm out on another wild camp this weekend and I'm out in Surrey, and more specifically I'm just outside Guildford in a little village called Shere. Very kind of quintessential English village, and it's in the Surrey Hills, and I've taken a walk today out of 50 walks in Surrey. I've used this before, and this is a little 5.5 mile walk, a circular walk from Shere, and it will take me up to an area called Newlands Corner, which is a bit further up, a bit higher up than where I am at the moment, and then it brings me back down to Shere. So it's about 5.5 miles. It's, what time is it? It's about 5 o'clock now, so I've got a bit of time to play with at the moment, because obviously sunset is around about 9 o'clock in the evening, which is quite useful. So the plan, I've not done a recce yet, so this is a kind of sort of a walk slash recce then camp, and then the idea is I'll probably do maybe half of it now and then the rest of it tomorrow. It's a beautiful part of the world. I mean, this is a kind of a trip down memory lane for me. I kind of grew up in this area, used to go out on days out in Newlands Corner as a kid. So those of you that don't know, the North Downs run through this area. So I'm going to leave here in Shere and I'm going to head up towards the North Downs Way, and that'll take me up to Newlands Corner, which has amazing views. And the plan is to wild camp in the Newlands Corner area, or kind of just below it. So I'm going to have a bit of a scout about, see what it's like. The weather has been a bit funny today. I drove down from London and it's kind of a mixture of glorious sunshine and then kind of black clouds and a sudden shower of rain, and then it kind of gets sunny again and then it's drizzling. But I've been monitoring the weather forecast quite closely, and fingers crossed it should be okay. So the weather forecast is saying that it's meant to be dying out tonight and into tomorrow. So I've decided just to go for it. I feel quite prepared. So I'm just going to get going and I'll come back to you shortly. Test the fitness. It's about half an hour walking up a hill just like that with that backpack on me. Either I'm really crap or that's a heavy backpack and that's a steep hill. Oh. Welcome back, and we are at Newlands Corner. This marks probably the halfway point in this walk, so I reckon I've done about 3 miles or so. It's taken me a little bit longer because of the usual, taking photos, stopping, looking at things, videos and whatnot. Yeah, this is bringing back a few memories. As I mentioned earlier, I used to come here with my family. I remember driving up here as a teenager in my car, sort of hanging out here, and the views are phenomenal. I mean, it really is something. You can see so far. You can probably see us on a clear day, and it's pretty clear today as far as the South Downs. Anyway, we're around 7 o'clock at the moment. 7:35 actually, to be precise. 7:35, and a large group of annoying children have just gone home, fortunately, and everyone else seems to be departing too. So I'm going to have a wander, I think. I'm going to have a little wander because I've got a good hour and a half until sunset, plenty of time. So I think I'm just going to wander around on the hill here and remind myself of the suitable areas, maybe to get my bivvy bag down. I've got the Dutch Army hoop bivvy tonight, and I got my tarp with me. I got my Van Gogh Trek tarp, but I don't think I'm going to need it. I think most of the rain's moved on. It's not looking like there's going to be any more rain tonight. So we'll see. I might still put it up. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, that's all from me, just for the moment. Probably the next time I speak to you, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll have a decent spot. I'll have the bivvy set up, and I can have something to eat because I'm pretty hungry. Okay, speak to you soon. Welcome back, everybody. Apologies for the low light, and you might be able to see me, I'm not sure. It's about 10 o'clock now, and I've set up camp, and it's been a bit tricky to find somewhere sort of stealthy and reasonably flat, because this hill at Newlands Corner is very steep, and the only flat bits are a bit too exposed for my liking. So I found I've made a bit of a compromise, so I've got a slight slope, but it's not bad. Anyway, let's have a look at the setup. Right, so here we go. Got the Dutch Army hoop bivvy all set up. I've got the usual Poundland ground sheet underneath, and then I've used my Van Gogh tarp. I've kind of folded it over, and just sort of along this side here, I've created a bit of a slight ridge to try and sort of even out the ground a little bit. So it's not too bad. I think I'll be okay. Because there's such a slope here, I can't even get my folding chair to sort of stop tipping. So I've abandoned the chair, folded that up, and I've just gone for the multi-mat. As I said, it's about 10 o'clock. I'm pretty hungry now, so I'm going to crack open that Spanish MRE. Morning all. Not a good night's sleep, if I'm honest. Couple of reasons for that. You remember yesterday I was talking about where to pitch up the Bivi bag, and it was really hard for me to find a decent flat spot that was reasonably stealthy. I had spoken to other people that have been up to Newlands Corner, and they advised that you kind of need to just be careful that you don't get spotted. So with that in mind, I was trying to be a little bit stealthy. So I thought, okay, if it's not completely flat, that will do. Obviously, I'm not going to sleep on a 45-degree angle, but if it's not completely flat, that'll be okay. But actually, it wasn't okay at all, and I was sliding around all over the place. Yeah, it was really annoying, really annoying. And to top it all off, the zip broke on my Dutch Army hoop bivvy. I had been advised in the past about the zips, people saying they're not that good. And yeah, it finally broke last night, and the temperatures got down quite low, so I was quite cold as well, because normally the Dutch Army bivvies retain a lot of heat. Some people say they increase the temperature by as much as 5 degrees. So that was so frustrating. In the end, I just kind of zipped across the mosquito net. Just not that would make much difference, but it was something. But I was sliding around. I was cold. Sunrise was at 4:47. So obviously the dawn chorus started pretty early, so I was kind of waking up. So because I wasn't comfortable in my shelter, I just decided just to get up. So just got up, packed up, and got breakfast on. So just having some porridge and some coffee, going to finish this off. And then I'm going to finish the rest of the walk, which is about another 3 miles down the hill. So after a bit of a rough night, I'm looking forward to the walk, because the walk yesterday was really nice. I really enjoyed that. There was no rain last night, and it's looking really nice today. So fingers crossed for the morning, and I'll bring you back when I get walking again. I hope you can hear me over the church bells. It's about 9:30 on Sunday morning, and I'm back where I started. I'm back at the car. The walk went really well, had a little bit of a detour, but nothing major. Glorious weather, much better than yesterday. Glorious, really, really nice. Overall, it's been a really, really good camp. I'll put the bad sleep to one side because there were many more positives. It's not all about the sleep. Yeah, I just really recommend, if you're thinking about wild camping, is to incorporate a walk, and it doesn't have to be a long walk, but just incorporating a walk or a short hike into that little adventure. It really makes the difference. I mean, just, you know, this morning, kind of getting up, packing everything up, and then knowing that that wasn't the end of it, and I wasn't just going back to my car, but actually I had a little walk to do, and a wander, and exploring places that I'd never been to before. And I want to try and do a little bit more of that. And it's not always possible, is it? Due to the pressures of life and the busyness of everything. But yeah, really recommend that. So thank you very much for watching the video. Really appreciate it. As always, thank you for your continued support. If you're a subscriber already, and if you're not, please can I encourage you to click on that subscribe button, also the little bell so you get the notifications. And as I've mentioned in my little description of my channel, I'm going to be having Wednesday as my upload day now. So if you're wondering when I'm going to upload things, it's going to be Wednesdays, but every other Wednesday. So it'll be a twice a month upload. So put that in your diary, Wednesdays, Londoner Outdoors. Thanks for everything. I'll see you on the next one.